My name is Helen Tuher and welcome to my Research Methodologies podcast. The title of my research project is The Role of Analogies and Anchors in Secondary Students' Misconceptions in Algebra. To explain the key words here, algebra is the study of mathematical symbols and the rules for manipulating these symbols. A misconception is an idea that is incorrect because it is based on a failure to understand a situation. An analogy is a comparison between things that have similar features, often used to help explain a principle or idea. And an anchor is something which provides stability or confidence in an otherwise uncertain situation. To explain the rationale or reasoning behind this project, research has shown that algebra is an area of mathematics in which many students possess common misconceptions causing repeated errors. Algebra is a fundamental part of mathematics that permeates through all other strands of mathematics. Although misconceptions are resistant to change, they must be challenged and attempts made to correct them. Past studies in probability and statistics show that the use of analogies and anchoring situations can be effective in restructuring students' comprehension of certain concepts. My project will investigate the effectiveness of using analogies and anchors to correct misconceptions in algebra. I began by carrying out a literature review to establish all common misconceptions that students have in algebra. I then researched the anchoring method previously investigated for probability and statistics and its effectiveness. I also wanted to ensure that the method had not previously been used in algebra. And I then identified which specific algebraic misconceptions my research would focus on before producing the research instrument. The misconceptions that I am focusing on are word order matching. This is where the student assumes that the order of keywords in the problem will map directly onto the order of symbols in the equation. Static comparison approach. This is where the larger number is placed with the letter for the larger group to show that it is a larger group. Equivalence. There are often misconceptions around the equal sign, where students view the equal sign as the announcement of the answer. In other words, that it is operational rather than relational. And letters as objects, where students interpret the letter as an object or label rather than a number. Ethics has been approved by the Ethics Committee in the University of Limerick. A mixed methods approach has been adopted for this research, where I am collecting and analysing both quantitative and qualitative data. To collect the quantitative data, participants complete test version A. This test targets specific misconceptions in algebra as identified by previous research. Participants then complete test version B. This test contains questions that are similar or analogous to those in test version A, but have been designed to anchor the students if the misconception exists and to bring them to the correct understanding. Following the tests, an analysis of the results is conducted. To collect the qualitative data, follow-up interviews with a selection of participants then take place. Participants are from a second-year mathematics class. The effectiveness of employing analogies and anchors to address secondary students' misconceptions in algebra will then be determined. Thank you for listening.